good morning. What is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we use tarot, astrology, channeled messages to look at your energy for today. So let's get into it. Things have been, good, actually. We've had a little bit of rest. We've had a little opportunity to calm down, find some peace, find some balance in our life over this last week. I hope you've been taking advantage of that. It's much needed. And, today, Pluto goes direct when I'm recording this, I should say. These are always timeless messages. Definitely use your discernment, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But when I am recording this, Pluto is going direct, finally. It has been long awaited. And I'll talk a little bit more about what this means, but it gives us this value of setting the stage for new beginnings, a new way of approaching our life, and in a way that we're being more open and receptive to different ideas, different opportunities. Aquarian energy is very innovative. It marches to the beat of its own drum. It's very idealistic, that proverbial utopia that you're trying to create, that ideal perfect life, living your best life. We're all about that here. And Pluto moving into Aquarius gives us the opportunity to do that. Pluto supports change. It supports change and transformation. The areas where we might have been kind of disconnected from ourselves, choosing things that haven't been in alignment with what we want, what we truly authentically want. It might have pieces of the puzzle, but it's not the whole pie, And that's what Pluto and Capricorn has forced us to do the hard effing work to get to hopefully some more idyllic times. So we'll start the reading with a cleansing, a little blessing for you, a little blessing for me, for the reading as well. Definitely set your own intention during this time. If you would like to receive certain messages from Spirit, understand, have questions, etc., now is the time to give that over and be open to receive, and we will get into it. All right. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any doubt, pain, fear, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience. Help us to be open to the messages, to see and understand them clearly, and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Mama Love. Amen. So, as I mentioned, things have kind of eased up on us in the astrology, and it's been welcomed. It doesn't mean that things aren't going on, right? It doesn't mean that there's not challenge, tension, hardship. That still is represented. I feel like a lot of this is the way that we feel limited in making advancements, making clear pathways for whatever your goals are. The sun is square to Mars right now, and that's one of the transits that's heavily affecting today. Where, I love this everydayness. The thing about life is there is the mundane. There is the things that we have to be responsible for, the everyday to-dos, responsibilities, etc., while we're trying to cultivate our ideal life, right? While we're trying to make choices, push things forward in a direction that makes sense for you, that actually aligns with what you want. And I'm hearing it's like an interweaving process where still living in that magic of what you're growing and building, but also cultivating time to give to the daily responsibilities. And I'm hearing not in just the way of like checking it off your list, but in a way of like investing in it and loving it and enjoying it, because it is a part, right, obviously, of your life. It is uncovering this subconscious, and that's why Spirit's asking you to kind of be a little bit more present in your daily life, because I feel like you're seeing more come to light, you're seeing more unfold, more messages, answers to questions that you've had are being revealed. I feel like this unconscious is like subliminal messaging, things that you didn't pick up on before about people, dynamics, individuals, etc. That is the value in slowing down. As I mentioned, the astrology has been a little bit easier on us this week. Also, the water element is super heightened right now. Water connects with our emotions, our feelings, the way we feel about these things that are happening in our life that are uncomfortable, that do kind of suck, where we do need to give ourselves space to move through them, to grieve, to mourn without getting stuck, and part of this uncovering, part of the grieving process, like Ayurveda has this very specific idea of like, if we hold on to feelings, emotions, shove them down in our body, it becomes disease. It starts to manifest physically. And so the value in grieving, whether you like to cry or not, you don't even have to cry, right? You can go to one of those rage rooms. Those are fun, right? Be inventive, tailor it to your wants and needs. The benefit of that is it peels back these layers that have been hidden, layers of yourself, and brings them into your awareness, into your consciousness, so that you can reconnect. And I really feel like it is driving home. We've actually seen this Animus / Empress card pop up for us a lot this week. So it's really connecting you back to your power in the feminine way, where the feminine principle is about surrender. It's about getting all your ducks in a row and then knowing that everything else is going to fall into place. I also feel like you have a lot of responsibility on your plate. It goes back to this value of the everydayness, where it's hard to, maybe not hard to juggle, but perhaps you're still finding how to navigate everything in a fluid way, right? So that you can pay attention to yourself, your wants, your needs, your desires, but then also get the other to-dos done, right? And the self is your overarching energy today. So it's a little annoying because, like I said, that sun square to Mars isn't giving us like momentum forward. It's actually rubbing our ego the wrong way, because again, it goes back to that principle that I was talking about with that divine feminine of like making sure your ducks in a row with what you have in front of you, not trying to like find new those opportunities are going to come in. Oh my gosh, bottom of the deck, we have the Empress, double confirmation, and communications coming in, 6 of Cups. This is past energy, people, places, and things that you've known for a while, who have been in your life for a while. I do feel to some extent it's part of what's really kind of been inhibiting some of your forward progress. But that's that part of us, like with that sun square to Mars, making sure that you're not sweeping things under the rug and just trying to like be done and over with it and be on to the next thing. That can be a little bit sticky, right? That really ends up bringing old habits, patterns in that we really don't need. So there is this value of cleansing, of washing away. The moon is positively aspected to your fortune point today, which I really love because we've struggled a lot with the moon energy. And like I said, there still is a lot of water. There's still a lot of planetary placements in water signs, which is making it heavy. It's making it emotional, maybe even hard to sleep, or having crazy dreams, or getting these crazy quote unquote downloads. It's a lot. It can be very overwhelming. But the or the air principle, the air element, gives us the opportunity to intellectualize, to think and process our way through things. And that's what we have to make sure that we're not getting too apathetic. Jupiter just went into retrograde in Gemini. So what is going to be, I like this because it is bringing in abundance. Like, I think things are going to start changing, especially in the areas that you've been seeing a lot of lack, or it's just been a struggle and you keep trying to put your best foot forward, etc. Jupiter in retrograde is going to bring up those issues and highlight them. It's also going to showcase places where you might be a little apathetic or not, kind of motivating yourself, right? Too much of the surrender component. And a lot of this is because you're juggling a lot, like we talked about. You have a lot going on in your day-to-day. And I think this is like one of the hardest things about being an adult. Like, how do you have time for yourself? You have to schedule it out. And irregardless of what your life looks like, whether, there's responsibilities that need to be adhered to. And I feel like Spirit's asking you to take your time with this transition. Be patient, finding that balance. Like, sometimes you're going to have to be a little bit more low key. You're going to have to give yourself more space because new is coming in. Yeah. And I think this is like definitely with the Pentacles, this is related to your money, to your blessings, or your abundance, like whatever that looks like for you. You're starting to bring in a lot more stability. And I feel like this is coming from the consistency that you have been investing into yourself. Even if it is work related, we need to be like stable and supported, I mean, if you're not, it's a whole other ball of stress. And so I feel like you are reconnecting with this part of yourself that is directly attached to your abundance, that is directly attached to you, like bringing in some more stability, bringing in some more money. But it's exhausting. I mean, that whole process in and of itself, because there is a lot of faith and trust that has to go hand in hand. Trust that you're doing things right, but also like remaining open to what your unconscious is telling you, i.e. not moving too quickly through things, and combating this like emotional stuff when it comes up. It's like a lack of trust in yourself, a lack of like, is this actually going to work out? Is this going to work out how I want it to? And there's a lot of beauty surrounding this. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of in the, you're in the like acquiring phase, or I want to say like the building phase, right? So that can be monotonous, like AF, right? That can be very annoying. It can be very like, just when is this gonna end? I think a lot of it too is because you do have a lot of stressors on your plate. And yeah, and it's kind of getting at you. I feel like there's a lot of judgment. Let's look at this devil, because that's intense. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of, okay, so High Priestess. There's a lot of judgment of yourself. Maybe being a little harsh on yourself. I also feel like, okay, so also there's like a lot of pressure coming from your outside world. Pressure of what you need to look like, what your life needs to look like. And I feel like it's not true. I feel like, you know, we all make choices on what we feel is best for ourselves. And this specifically talks about you trying to accommodate to everybody's wants and wishes, but it almost being like very counterintuitive to your own. And this is part of that patterning that we're trying to move out of with that Pluto in Capricorn, now moving into Aquarius. It's still in Capricorn. I'll double check on when it actually enters into Aquarius. It's not too much longer, but it's just this value of like, stop listening to everybody else, right? Because your instincts, your intuition is telling you on where people are being sneaky and shady. And disempowering yourself is keeping this fortune from coming in. Like we talked about, Jupiter is in retrograde. So if you're buying in too much to people and situations that try to dangle the carrot, that try to, you know, get you emotionally intertwined into some toxic stuff, then, you know, that is going to be highlighted. That is going to keep popping up. And these situations are not specifically going to get easier, especially if you do not, you know, close out, cleanse, release some of these dynamics, some of these cycles. I feel like something is holding you back or keeping you down. Like you're waiting for something. You're waiting for an offer. You're waiting. There's a lot of, well, and this makes sense. There's a lot of water energy on the board, right? And that all that does is it plays with our feelings and emotions and getting a little trapped in this. We are in Libra season right now. So partnerships, relationships are of all kinds are in heavy focus. And the reason for that is because partnerships is what gives us the support, right? It's what actually helps us build and grow something super beautiful, super refined. If we don't have supportive people around us, then it makes it really difficult, right? It becomes a lot of this guy. And, you know, I mean, yeah. Ooh, the witch. It popped out. So someone is kind of projecting some bad juju onto you, whether you feel like this is, you know, they do magic, they dibble dabble in that, or it's just like bad thoughts, anger, etc. Someone really is kind of just like projecting that stuff onto you right now. And I feel like part of this you're picking up, it's the reverberations. Or maybe they're just like dealing in real time where they're talking shit, gossiping, you know, trying to find other avenues to bring you down, make you question yourself, make you judge yourself to a standard that probably isn't even appropriate. Yeah. It's forcing you to really stand in your power. I love this king energy. Control, reversal of fortune. So it's maintaining this balance of control. Because without it, that is where the fortune reverses, right? That is where we get looped back into karmic cycles, or we give away our power, or, you know, we, you know, have to deal with it all over again. The scholar. So yeah, knowledge, information, investigation, research. It's important to know the beast you're dealing with. Engage with the beast that defeated you. The dragon, I think. That's the title. I don't know. But I really like it. I feel like it's a very powerful saying in that. It's important that we don't shy away, that we don't let our fear, our anxiety kind of like cloud empowerment, right? Because that's really what it does. The fear that someone else has control, when in actuality, you are in control. And tools, putting tools in your pocket to navigate the harder times, right? Whether it's doing some breathing techniques, a meditation, a yoga, taking a walk outside, you know, screaming, throwing something at the wall in a rage room, in a, you know, an appropriate environment is what I should say. You know, I think there's this kid song that's like, if you don't get what you want, stomp 3 times to make yourself feel better. So if you need to stomp 3 times, there you go. All right, one more pull, and we will close it out. Okay. The pathless, difficult decisions, lack of direction. Yeah, so I feel like there is some ambiguity right now. And we've been seeing this in the collective, right? Where it's like making sure that, yes, you're giving yourself time, space to grieve, but don't get sucked back into this stuff to, like, create some direction for yourself, you know, create some goals for yourself that kind of keep you on track, in alignment. There is a lot going on around you, but some of it you just have to not pay attention to, you know, and I'm not trying to say or do anything, you know, about it, but sometimes we just have to turn a blind eye to certain things in terms of if it's not serving, if it's only causing more drama, more chaos, if it is bringing us down, making us doubt or question ourselves, then, you know, we really need to kind of detach from that thing and understand why first before we continue forward. So I like this energy today. I think that you're really like building the scaffold, so to speak. Like you're really kind of finding more strength and more empowerment, and it's really leading to this beautiful reconnection with yourself that is continuing to confirm what you have done. So congratulations. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you found messages here. I super appreciate you watching, especially if you've made it this far in the video. Definitely drop comments below. I love to hear how it resonates, or just connect. Little love, little TLC. That's my jam always. Thank you for all the love and blessings you bring to the channel. Love and blessings your way.